sorry this morning.
Stupid bloody question.
I'm sorry. I just meant that, well...
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all right. The arraignment is set today for 1 o'clock, and your lawyer should be by before that to meet with you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ace, you ought to remember, this day may start out in the fall, but it's gonna end up in sunlight.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. One pair. Well, who the hell wraps these bloody shirts?
Oh, man, you sure need a cup of coffee. Let me bring you a cup, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Now, I'm telling you, Baldwin, you're going to look an even bigger fool than usual if you try getting the judge to deny Anna bail. Now, that's just insane.
Well, now listen, Scorpio. I don't tell you how to do your job, so don't tell me how to do my job.
You just know that this is a vendetta, all right?
That's not true, pal. I'm telling you, this office is not going to give special treatment to Anna Lavery.
I'm telling you this, pal. You're going to be off this file as soon as I get to work.
Robert, don't you want to have any breakfast? I can make some eggs.
I don't have time to schmooze.
Did you talk to Mommy yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna go down there now and I'll see her.
Would you give her all my love and my hugs and kisses?
All your love and hugs and kisses. Yeah, I remember.
You know, I didn't mean all that stuff I said about you yesterday.
What stuff?
Well, you know about you're the one who's supposed to be taking care of Mommy and it's your fault. I know you love Mommy more than anything. I know you're trying to stop that woman.
Thanks.
All right. I have to go.
Okay, you go.
Tell Mommy good luck.
I will. I love you.
Okay.
Come here, sweetie.
Okay.
Here's your lunch pail.
Thank you.
Okay, do you want your jacket?
Yes. See you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye, honey. That's okay.
I hate to see her like that. It breaks my heart.
Oh, tell me about it. I just have to choke back my tears whenever she starts talking about her mommy. Only thing I could do this morning was keep up the cheer and tell her that Anna's going to be back today. Hey, dude, what are you doing? You lose something?
I don't know. I can't understand how Anna's gun got out of this drawer and then it's back in the drawer. And she said she took it out to shoot Olivia. Trying to find some clue.
Man, that's major evidence. You find something.
What are these?
Let's see. Ah, sequins, man. They're always falling off, and they go everywhere.
Leanna's?
Yeah. She's got a black dress covered with them. I'll take them and check it out. If I find a leak, I'll try to put a stop to it, and I'll sew these back on for her.
Okay. Sure there's nothing special about them?
Sorry, dude. I doubt it.
Before you say anything, now answer me this question. Do you think that Scott Baldwinism is contagious? I mean, something that causes people to lie and cheat and go to war and develop warts and stutter and stuff like that?
Gosh, I hope not.
I want to apologize for getting the day off to a bad start.
You weren't too bad.
I was bad, don't I? And bad's bad, right?
All right, all right.
Yeah, I told you.
You
Come
were
on.
bad.
Give us a kiss.
But I knew what was going on. I knew you had to rush out to the DA's office and try to get Scott thrown off Anna's case before the arraignment. It's to me.
Yeah, well, I like the way I was dealing with the problem better. Give a kiss. Got to answer that.
Whatever it is, I don't need him.
Could be opportunity. Hmm?
Ooh, we're optimistic. Well, are you going to let me get the phone? Hello?
It's me. I'm back at the cabin. Pop said you wanted to see me.
Well, I really can't talk about that right now. I haven't got the papers with me.
Right. Somebody's there and you can't talk.
That's right.
Okay. You want to get together? Just tell me where and when.
All right, I can do that. At the office in an hour. How does that sound?
I'll be waiting for you.
Good. Bye.
You know, I even get a kick out of watching you be the hard-nosed, self-sufficient businesswoman.
Am I really that different?
There's a bit of an edge there that there normally isn't. Listen, what are we going to do about finding out what I did this morning? How can I get around that?
I don't know. Think real hard.
Right. A you and me dinner. Something exotic like frozen food. No dishes to wash that way, eh? And no shop talk. All right? I won't even talk about Anna. I promise.
Okay.
Huh?
Can we talk about Robin maybe a little?
To your heart's content.
Got a deal.
No. I'll call you from the office. I may have to do some work after dinner, but we'll work that out as it happens.
Bye.
Bye. Bye again.
You're going to find out about all of this. I know it.
I hope you like my taste. One from Robin. And a hug.
How is she?
Well, given the circumstances, she's all right.
Yeah.
She's tough.
I know.
Well, Lynn sends her love, too. She's got lamb chops in for dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah?
For all of us.
Mint sauce.
Mint sauce. Yeah. Everyone's been very supportive. They're all very concerned and caring.
It's nice to have friends.
Yeah. You have lots of friends.
I may not get bail, you know.
Don't say that.
I may not. How's Olivia?
There's no change. I called the hospital before I left. She was the same.
Well, at least she's not worse.
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm glad you're both here.
Yeah.
Why do you want to see us both?
I'd like to talk to you some more about changing your plea to not guilty by reason of temporary insanity.
No. No, I already told you that. I'm not guilty. So that's what we say. I mean, we have to prove that, not cop out on some kind of plea bargain.
I'm on your side. Duke, do you agree with her?
Absolutely. Yep.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you?
I do believe you. But an insanity plea gives me 2 shots of getting you off. First on the merits, or second on attempt psych. It's a fallback position. Let the state prove that you are in a stable, emotional condition after losing your baby because of the violence this woman committed against you.
Karen, no. I will not plead temporary insanity, okay?
Okay, it's off the table. Then we do need to spend some more time talking about the proceedings today. But you should get dressed, and we'll talk as we do.
I want to spend some more time with my husband, please.
Sure. We do have a lot to talk about.
Okay, yeah. What do you think?
I think she's got a point. I mean, I don't think you'd be able to convince the jury that you were insane.
But yeah, no, I wasn't. She's really good. And she's efficient, but I don't know. Something's not right. Did you manage to speak to Jake Meyer?
I couldn't speak to him. When I sent a cable, he said he'd probably receive it within 1 to 2 weeks, so he's not going to be here this afternoon.
Look, Scorpio, I know you're not one to play politics, you know. Chips fall where they will, but there's a sort of a fine line between idealism and stupidity. And when you hang up with the district attorney that's going to help you make a case, just downright stupid.
Let me tell you something. As the boss around here, I normally don't have to take out the department garbage, but in your case, I'm going to make an exception.
You know, the trouble with you is you just take everything just too damn personally.
No, just you, Scott. Just you and only you. Now get out. I have a call to make.
Oh, yeah? Who you calling?
You would be the only person who would ever ask me a question like that. But since you asked, I'm going to call Roland Booth, your boss. I'm having you shipped to the Yukon.
Well, that's not going to do any good. Because by yelling at me about Anna, it's just going to open up another can of peas that I'm sure you're aware of.
Suppose you tell me.
Well, we backed out. Looks like we have no case.
You probably don't.
Well, then the district attorney looks like a jackass.
Not Booth. Just his VP of paperclips. The exotic Scotty Baldwin.
Yeah, well, it's your evidence, not mine. It all points to Anna. She was standing over the body with a gun. Second of all, you have been at one time on intimate terms with the accused, you know, like married. Now, don't you think the press would have a field day with that?
You're asking me to modify my sense of justice so that we don't get criticized. I don't care less.
Well, unlike you, Roland gets elected to office, and I'm sure he's not going to explain this to his voters.
Well, my job is right and wrong, not politics, and keeping Anna in prison is definitely wrong.
And you don't think you're showing just a little bit of favoritism?
Read my lips. I don't care.
Okay. What will be will be. You can only postpone it for so long.
Wrong. I can make it different. To start with, by getting you dumped off the case.
Let's face it, there's only two reasons why you want to nail Anna. The first is to shore up your stinking career, and the second is to stick a knife into me in the bargain.
Don't flatter yourself, Scorpio. I don't need you with this case to make it in this town.
You don't have any evidence, Counselor, only circumstance.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'll take that any day over a live witness with a story that a sharp cross-examination will just turn right into chopped liver. I'm going to make my case.
Denying Anna bail is at least, or at best, unusual punishment. She is not a threat to society.
I can't believe a cop is saying this to me. There's a victim in the hospital that probably won't come out of a coma, and she was shot by Anna Lavery.
Allegedly, Counselor. Let's not get too excited now. Allegedly. Yeah, this is Commissioner Scorpio here. I'd like to speak with the district attorney, please. Yes, it's rather urgent. Thank you.
Morning, Robert. What can I do for you?
Well, you can remove a thorn from my side and improve the prosecution of criminal justice in this district.
All at once? For Pete's sake, tell me how.
Get Scott Baldwin off the Lavery case.
May I ask why?
Well, I'm sorry to say that the man has a personal axe to grind in this case. He's pushing the evidence to get a conviction any way he can.
Baldwin's a new man here. So far, I'm impressed. Now, if he's aggressive, that's okay by me.
He hasn't got the case to support what he's asking for.
Which is?
Total denial of bail to a former police chief of this town.
Yeah, well, she married some mobster, as I recall. That's why it's former. Robert, I'm disappointed in you. Don't you think I discussed this strategy with Baldwin before I sent him out?
I'm disappointed in you if you did.
Let's make a deal. You run the department and arrest the bad guys. I'll run the DA's office and put them away. That way we don't step on each other's toes.
You obviously don't know Baldwin very well.
I knew him well enough to hire him, and I'll stand behind him. Have a nice day.
See you in court.
Hey, you found it. It's a hell of a memory. How are you?
Julian, don't. I have to go to Robert and tell him that I was on the balcony when Olivia was shot.
Oh, boy, I was praying you had something else on your mind. We really have to go through this again.
Look, there's no way to keep it from him. He's going to find out. Do you remember this?
That's those earrings that I had made for you when we were at college.
Yes, well, the police the other one on the balcony where we were standing.
Oh, God.
Now, I've told you that Robert doesn't give up easily, and he is trying to prove that his ex-wife is innocent. It's not even a matter of if he finds out it's my earring, it's a matter of when, and I'm afraid I won't be able to keep your name out of it.
Well, I'm not really the issue here.
Julian, you've got to go away. Just go back where you were and stay there. I have got to try to clear Anna before she gets in any worse trouble, and if I tell Robert now, before he finds out for himself, it'll look better.
Oh, wait. Tell him what?
That I was there, that I shot at Olivia.
Then I'm going to go to him and tell him I was there. I grabbed your gun and knocked off the shot, and you couldn't have hit her.
But I fired twice.
Look, do you realize that you can't just go to Robert and tell him we were there? You have to tell him everything. Anna and Olivia were arguing. Anna threatened to kill her. The whole works. You could very easily lock up the case against Anna instead of clearing her.
But the fact is that I went there to kill Olivia, and I would have succeeded if it hadn't have been for you, and I might have succeeded in shooting her.
I can't control you. But you can forget about my going anywhere. You think I'm going to traipse back to the West Coast and lie around a pool somewhere while you go to prison because of me or my family? You really don't know me.
Julian, this just isn't your problem.
The hell it isn't. The problems are my problems because I love you. I'm not going to let you take the fall for this. What about Robert? You know, even if the court does let you go, you'll lose him for sure this time.
Next case. The people of the state of New York versus Anna Devane Lavery. Indictment number 88000111. Scott Baldwin in attendance for the people. Anna Devane Lavery is represented by attorney Karen Kennedy. The defendant is charged with the attempted murder of Olivia St. John Jerome.
The clerk will read the defendant her rights.
Your Honor, my client was a professional police officer, including chief of police of this town. She knows her rights and waives the reading of them.
Suits me to a T. Anything to save time. How does the defendant plead?
We plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Mrs. Lavery. It is Mrs., isn't it?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
I realize you've been in enforcement, but the law can be a tricky thing for the best of us, and I want to be sure that you understand the implications of your plea.
Yes, I do, Your Honor. This is not a tricky case. I did not shoot Olivia St. John. I meant to, and I grant that. But in the event, I didn't do it.
Plea so entered. We will now hear arguments concerning Mrs. Lavery's release on bail.
Your Honor, the district attorney's office is going to have to argue against releasing the prisoner on bail. She is guilty as charged of a premeditated act that has landed Olivia St. John in a coma at General Hospital. Now, if she dies, this trial will not be for attempted murder, but murder. Now, Your Honor, there is no way that we can allow this criminal to walk the streets of our beloved city. We have just heard Anna Lavery admit her intention to kill Olivia St. John. I will now recount, in the defendant's own words, how she snuck out of the hospital with a badly sprained ankle and other injuries, went home, got a gun, and then tracked down Olivia St. John in the hotel room she was staying and threatened her with the gun. Now, Your Honor, this was not an act undertaken lightly. Anna Lavery's victim now lies in the eternal twilight of a coma. That, some would argue, is a lot worse than if Anna Lavery's bullet had struck home right then and there and killed her. Now, Your Honor, to release Anna Lavery on bail would only compound the injuries already caused to Olivia St. John and her family. I strongly urge denial.
It's good opening argument, you know. Too good. Slimy little rat.
The assistant district attorney makes a good speech. It's very eloquent, very effective. However, nowhere in his speech did I recognize my client, Anna Lavery, or the tragic circumstances, to use his phrase, in which my client found herself on the evening that Olivia St. John was shot. Mr. Baldwin did not say why Anna Lavery was in the General Hospital that night, or why she has a sprained ankle.
Objection!
To what?
I know where this is leading.
Well, you know more than I do, Counselor. Overruled until Ms. Kennedy at least makes a point.
Thank you. Anna had just lost her baby after an elevator accident in which she suffered other injuries as well. But that elevator accident was caused by a deliberate sabotage of the elevator mechanism ordered by Olivia St. John.
Objection. Olivia St. John is not on trial here. She has not been accused of that crime or any other crimes.
Sustained.
To supply you with the background of a pattern of malevolent acts directed at the entire Lavery family by Olivia St. John.
Objection, Your Honor. Even if Olivia St. John is guilty of what the defendant claims, penalty for that is certainly not death.
Sustained. Counselor, you're going to have to find some arguments that are more germane.
My client, Anna Lavery, she's a housewife. She's a mother. She's a professional private investigator. A former police chief, as noted by my opponent. She is what we all mean by the phrase solid citizen. She's not likely to flee the jurisdiction of this court, nor is she a threat to our society.
That's not true.
May I finish?
Well, then stick to the truth. Anna Lavery is married to a Scotsman who has a family and a home in Scotland. Your Honor, freedom to her is just another home 3,000 miles away.
There is no evidence of any intent to do so.
Well, there was no evidence that Anna Lavery would go shoot Olivia St. John, yet she did manage to overcome some pretty big obstacles.
Anna Lavery is not some mindless serial killer the town has to be afraid of.
Well, I will agree with that, Your Honor. I'm sure that there's nobody else at risk. However, as long as Olivia St. John is still in the hospital, there is nothing preventing Anna Lavery from going and finishing off the job.
Your Honor, I object. That is the purest hypothetical supposition on the counsel's part with no basis in Anna Lavery's character, past or present.
Which part of counsel's argument are you objecting to, Miss Kennedy?
All of it.
That's what I thought. Unfortunately, disagreement among lawyers does not provide protection for Olivia St. John in her helpless state, whereas the clang of iron bars does. Bail is denied.
Oh, come on. How does scum like that get a job like this?
In his case, blackmail of someone, I don't know who.
He'll knock his bloody head off.
Just don't do it in the courtroom, all right?
Order, order. The defendant will be returned to the city jail. All that remains is to set a trial date.
As soon as possible, Your Honor.
We'll see what we can do. There has been some recent reassignments of cases. This court has an opening 1 week from today. Does that suit the district attorney?
Your Honor, the people are ready at any time.
Ms. Kennedy?
I'm afraid my client doesn't realize the extent of work I need to do.
Yes, I do. I want to clear my name now, once and for all.
And that's how it is. 1 week from today.
All rise.
Go! Just take it easy, will you? Take it easy. Okay. All right. Let him out.
I can't believe the judge wouldn't listen to my case against Olivia.
First order of business is to establish who shot Olivia and set Anna up.
Got a lot to do. Let's get to it.
And I'm coming with you, so please don't try and stop me.
I guess that smack in the teeth you gave Baldwin sort of gave you a place in the team.
It was worth the contempt fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Anna, but I've got to take you back to your cell now.
Look after Robin for me.
Been kind of,
I love her.
Even the water's got me to thinking about Baldwin. How much I'd like to see him floating in it, face down.
We had a deal.
Yes?
We weren't going to talk about work or other unpleasantries.
Well, I've done a remarkable job, I think, today. However, I've got to get back to the office.
I know.
Oh, you've not done much of a job keeping the world off your frowning face yourself, so there, huh?
No.
No?
But I haven't talked about it.
No, but you thought about it.
I know.
Well, I don't know. I've got to get out of here. I'm just about to break the rule again. Listen, before I go, I want you to know that through all this mess, you're my one little island of sanity around here.
Part about how much I love you.
Okay, you always do. Stay here.
If I don't tell him now.
Well, whatever it is, it's gone. Cat or a person, who knows?
Maybe it's just things bumping around under the dock.
That's as good an explanation as any. Now, where were we?
Oh, I think you were...
I was I? Mm-hmm.
You were...
I was, you're right.
Si, Signor Jacopo Maya. No, no comprendo. Habla en inglés, por favor. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Man, don't keep me hanging on my toenails. What did the Jake dude say?
The office said the cable arrived. Jake might in the country back 1, maybe 2 weeks.
Man, they could have gone on all week without saying that. But, good night.
Good night.
I don't know how you're gonna sleep. I sure won't.
See you in the morning.
Yeah. Good night.